Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. The question today is: have you ever worked so hard towards a big goal that you forgot to acknowledge the small steps that got you here, that got you there? Have you ever done that? Have you ever worked hard towards a big goal that you forgot to acknowledge the small steps that got you there? Is that you? Think about it. When was the last time you actually celebrated a milestone? No matter how small, think. Well, today we're wrapping up our series on how to build confidence as a digital entrepreneur, but talking about one of the most underrated success strategies, and that is celebrating small wins to build momentum. So I want to welcome you to this week's Groove Asians Leaders Unite, where we tackle challenges that digital entrepreneurs have. I'm Karen Allen, the Chief Groove Asians Chief Program Officer. And this month we've been focusing on building self-confidence because let's face it, confidence is essential in the online business world. From overcoming imposter syndrome to taking action despite fear, we've covered some powerful mindset shifts. But today, we're talking about a practical and fun way to keep the confidence growing, recognizing and celebrating the small wins. So if you're here with me today, put in the hashtag live. If you're watching live, if you're here on the replay, put in the hashtag replay. Glad to see those of you who attend. Now, as digital entrepreneurs, we often focus on the big goals, launching a new product, hitting six figures, scaling a business. But what happens when those goals take months or even years to achieve, which normally that's how it works? Now, if we only celebrate the major milestones, we miss out on the motivation that comes from acknowledging progress along the way. Now, research shows that celebrating small wins release dopamine. That's a brain chemical that keeps us motivated and engaged. And when we track progress and acknowledge victories, no matter how small, we build momentum that fuels long term success. And that's exactly what we're looking for, which is long term success. Now, let's take an example from James Clear. James Clear is the author of Atomic Habits. He explains that small, consistent improvements create massive results over time. Now, if you improve just 1% every day, by the end of the year, you you 37 times better. You're 37 times better than when you started. Just 1%. 1%. The key is to acknowledge those small improvements, whether it's writing one blog post, landing a new subscriber, or just showing up consistently. Those are those small wins. And sometimes just showing up consistently can elevate you in your business. That's actually what happened to me here at Groove Asia. I was everything, day and night, everything, and got a foothold into the Groove Asia community to where I get to greet you now. So let's get practical about this. Here are 5 ways you can start celebrating those small wins today and use them to build confidence and momentum. Number one, keep a wins journal. I know in the last few weeks of this month, we have mentioned about journaling. And you know how important that can be. You can put your thoughts down there. It can help you get rid of, get through some obstacles that you are facing. It just helps with the whole thought process. So you don't just, go postal with the things that are coming your way. You don't do that. You got them written down. It's something about having it in your head and putting it down on paper, and then your hand movement making it down on paper helps you go through things a lot more smoothly. So while you're journaling, keep a wins journal. Every day, write down at least one small win. It could be finishing a task, getting positive feedback, or overcoming a challenge. This keeps you focused on progress, not just perfection. And then share your wins with people. Celebrate your team, your audience, or your mastermind group. Acknowledging success publicly reinforces progress, and inspires others. And let me tell you, we all have a story. We're all going through a lot of the same things, and you just don't know how much it inspires and affects, how much impact that you have on those around you. My daughter has an e-com business. She's been selling like a graphics. She makes graphics, puts it on stuff, and sells it. She has, and she just told me this weekend, "Hey, mom, I made another sale." And I'm like, "What? What?" And it blows my mind because she has done no marketing. She hasn't optimized anything. I don't even think her store has a name, but yet she has made sales and continues to make sales on her store. I was like, you know what? This weekend, make sure you ask if I've started my store. It's empowering, it's inspiring. It gets me motivated to get my e-com store together because she has had hers, like I say, with nothing, absolutely nothing. She's made a few things. Well, she's made a lot of things, put them in her store, and she's making sales. She's inspiring to me to keep going and to keep doing on my in my journey, in my e-com journey. 'Cause I was like, I gotta do it, gotta do it, gotta do it. She's making sales and she doesn't know half the stuff I do, and yet she is doing it. Action, taking action. That's exactly what she has done. Since she has shared her win with me, I too am inspired and motivated. Hello, Dr. Lisa. Glad to see you here live with us. Live with us. Yes. Yes, my daughter, trophies all around. And I tell her consistently, um, that's what she deserves. That's what she deserves because she has made that effort. So definitely share your wins, share what you're going through with other people. You do have an impact, even though you don't think you do, you will have an impact, and you do have an impact on those around you. Also, reward yourself. Reward yourself. Now, these are some practical steps where you can start celebrating those small wins and reward yourself. Treat yourself when you hit a milestone. It doesn't have to be big. Maybe a coffee break, a night out, or just stepping away from work for a bit. That's a major reward. I have my older sister, she does real estate. Every time she sells a few houses, she goes to the beach. Sell a few houses equals beach time. Sell more houses, beach time. So how often she goes to the beach equals equivalent to how many houses she sells. That's her reward. That's what she loves to do. And definitely she takes action and she is winning in that game because she goes to the beach a couple of times a year, and she wants it to be more often. So she sells more houses. Okay. So that's reward yourself for those small wins. With the small wins. And it doesn't have to be that big, go to the beach, small wins. I've gotten my task done, call the people I need to call this day. Now I'm going to treat myself a little bit and set micro goals. Micro goals. Break those large projects into small steps. When you look at it all at once, it could seem major, major. But in order to eat an elephant one bite at a time, each time you complete one, take a moment to celebrate. This keeps you engaged and it prevents the burnout. Because when you're doing work online or as an entrepreneur, it seems like your tasks and the things you have to do never ends. It never ends. It's like mail. It always comes, no matter what you do. You're going to have mail. The mailman comes, rain, ice, sleet, shine. They're coming. They're coming. So, as an entrepreneur, like you said, like I said, there's always something to do. Or if you're a farmer, always something to do on the farm. I've been looking into that. Always something to do on the farm. Something needs to be repaired. Something needs to be fed, watered. Um, weeds need to be pulled. Always something to do. And it's no different as an entrepreneur. And fifth, visualize your progress. Use a progress board, a goal board, your dream board. Have a checklist or a habit tracker. So let know where your time is going because we all have the same 24 hours. We all have the same 24 hours. Some people get a lot done. Some people don't get anything done and just pull it over to move it over to the next day. So use a progress board, a checklist, or a habit tracker. Seeing how far you've come builds momentum and it keeps your motivation very high when you do that. You don't want to go through the whole year and at the end of the year, you can't think of anything that you've accomplished. That's a wasted year. Time you will never, ever, ever get back. So small wins aren't just about feeling good in the moment. They are the building blocks of sustainable success. The building blocks of sustainable success. Now, when you take time to acknowledge each step forward, you create a cycle of motivation and momentum that keeps you pushing towards bigger achievements. Here's how you can leverage small wins for long-term success. Okay, stack your wins. Stack them. Recognize patterns in your small wins. Use them to inform your next steps. For example, if you consistently close small sales, build confidence by increasing your price or expanding your offer. If you could do it with a small amount, make it a little larger. All right. Expand yourself. Remember, growth is in the uncomfortable. Get uncomfortable and grow and learn. Turn wins into habits. When you celebrate achievements, reinforce them as repeatable actions. This helps you build positive habits that contribute to long term growth. All right. Celebrate those achievements and build on top of them. Make it a habit. And reframe challenges as wins. Reframe challenges as wins. Instead of seeing obstacles as failures, view them as learning experiences and track them as progress. This helps maintain momentum even in tough times. What you learn, we don't fail. We either win or we learn something new. We win or we learn something new. We learn how to do something when it doesn't work our way, right? Always learning. And that's the beauty of entrepreneurship. And to be successful at it, you have to take those mishaps as stepping stones and learning experiences. Now, just some examples. For example, Oprah Winfrey. Now, we all know Oprah Winfrey, and I use her in a lot of my examples because she's just a phenomenal woman, point blank. And Oprah Winfrey didn't become that media mogul overnight. She didn't. And she built her empire by celebrating small victories along the way. Now, early in her career, she focused on improving audience engagement one show at a time by consistently refining her storytelling and connecting with her viewers. She gained trust, she built confidence, and created a media powerhouse. Harpo is her media powerhouse right now. Her ability to recognize and leverage small wins helped her break those barriers and scale her success. Now, for those of you who don't know Oprah Winfrey, just let you know she started as a TV newscaster and became into a talk show host, and now she has her own network with magazines, films, and everything. For those of you who small, fractional percentage of people who don't know Winfrey. And also, Jeff Bezos with Amazon. Amazon didn't start as the retail giant that we know today. Jeff Bezos focused on small, consistent wins by mastering one niche at a time, just one niche at a time. He improved his customer experience and celebrated each milestone. Now, Amazon built momentum by allowing it to expand into multiple industries. He started with books, selling books. He was competing with Barnes and Nobles, those kind of in that niche. He was competing with that. So he started with selling books at first. He didn't start selling all this other stuff that's allowed on the Amazon platform today. Today, that same principle applies. Each small success Amazon achieves fuels his ability to innovate and grow. And that's all he's been doing, innovating and growing, pivoting, and keeping up in front of the trends. Now, every big success story starts with consistent small steps. Consistent, keyword there, consistent small steps. If you wait for the perfect moment to celebrate, you're going to always feel like you're falling short. Because there's not ever a perfect moment. Not ever a perfect moment. Okay? So celebrate now. Life's too short to wait to the big win. Celebrate along the way. Okay? You'll be happier for it. Instead, train your brain to recognize progress and use it to build unstoppable momentum. And that's what we're doing today. We are small wins, big success. Celebrate those small wins so you can have that success. And this is how to build those momentum in your business. Because you want to keep going. You do not want to burn out or feel burnt out because you might stop or quit altogether. Today is short, and that wraps up our series on how to build confidence as a digital entrepreneur. Remember, consistency is the key when you in this entrepreneurship business altogether. And with anything you do, like Dr. Lisa said, consistency is the key. Now, we're not stop here. Next month, we're shifting gears and tackling another major challenge, conquering tech frustrations. It's a guide for you non-techies out there, which I'm sure is a lot of you. And for those who are getting online to have either a side hustle, a second job, supplement income, there's some things you need to know. Okay? So if you ever felt overwhelmed by the latest tech tools, platforms, or software, this series will help you navigate the tech side of digital entrepreneurship with confidence and ease. And now those who are here live with me, like Dr. Lisa, is a tech genius. She is into tech and she has been really using it to expand and scale her business. So be sure to tune in next week as we dive into strategies for making technology work for you, not against you. So until then, keep celebrating those small wins. And I'm going to see you next week at the Groove Asia Leaders Unite. And I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Hi, this is Simon Leung with GrooveAsia.cm. Are you already a part of the #1 community in the world? If not, do so right now for free training and support, along with 5 sessions to help you succeed. Start now by joining us in our private Facebook group and get more exclusive video content on our YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe with notifications turned on for all updates. Join our community right now. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you on the inside at GrooveAsia.cm.